Hi, this is Bianca Rani, and I am doing a presentation this week on requesting work on a Talent Exchange website. A Talent Exchange website is essentially an open forum or a public forum where you can post a job request or a project and have the public respond back to you. For purposes of this week, I chose the website Upwork to post a PHP developer job. I said that I needed someone to comb through existing code and report back to me on any bugs that they might find. I said that the job would last just somewhere between 1 and 3 months, and that I would pay them an hourly rate for this. And then I had this posted just shy of 24 hours, and I received 26 applicants. So to review those applicants, you'll just click on the job, and it will give you a breakdown of who's applied. And it's just a quick synopsis. It will tell you their location. They can send their cover letter or a quick message to you. And this will give you statistics, the hourly rate that they charge, and their success rate with other projects on the website, along with how many hours they've worked. So if you're interested in somebody, you'll just click on their name, and that opens up their profile. And you'll get the same information on location and statistics. One thing to take note is of obviously their language proficiency could be a consideration before making a job offer. And this website will tell you whether or not they're self-assessed or whether they have actually taken the language tests on that site to prove their language proficiency. So once you've taken all of this into consideration and kind of bumped that against what your expectations for the project are, you can make an offer if you're interested in working with somebody. And assuming you guys agree on terms, you'll sign a contract. Both of you will, depending on whether you're paying them hourly or a fixed price. With the hourly protection or the hourly contract, you are obligated to pay them regardless of quality or if they're really difficult to work with and they keep missing deadlines. As long as they've logged hours towards your project, you're obligated to pay them. And then regarding the fixed price, whatever they've contributed thus far to you, you are obligated to pay them, but not necessarily the dollar amount that was listed on the job quote or the initial offer. So as long as they've contributed to you, you have to pay them something. So you'll pay them fairly, and then once either of these contracts are paid, so as long as you paid up on anything that has been logged towards the project, you can break the contract and move on to someone that is more appropriate or maybe more competitive towards what your expectations are. Which leads me to some of the concerns that you're going to want to take into consideration before engaging on an open source or Talent Exchange website. One of which is intellectual property rights, and right now there's not a lot of concrete laws around what your rights would be. So the rule of thumb is if you put your information or your thoughts and ideas on a public forum like this, you're relinquishing copyrights to it. So as a contributor, that's something that you're going to want to take into consideration. An exploitation is referring to when the requesting party receives a product or service of greater value than what the contributor was compensated for. Quality of results, that just refers to the fact that you don't really have a way to verify the qualifications of who's contributing data or work back to you. So that's something that you're going to want to take into consideration. It's a little bit of a gamble. And then security breach, when you put a request like this onto a public website, you have to sometimes provide context or background or sets of data so that people can test what they're designing for you. And in doing that, you may unintentionally be revealing very sensitive customer information or even company information, which would be great for your competitors, but not so much you. So before engaging in a website like this, as great as they can be, you'd want to take this into consideration. But that does lead me to my question that I have for you this week, which is, what is one pro and one con to using Talent Exchange websites to obtain workers? Thanks for your time this week, guys, and I look forward to our discussion.